Okay, the next thought that I have is putting things in cultural context. Now, I talked about literary context a bit ago, but cultural context is just important. However, it takes even more work. See, with cultural context, you have to do a little bit of study. You have to figure out why things were written, who wrote them, and what the audience was. The idea is putting yourself in history and realizing that author wasn't writing to 2016 or 2017 or whatever. He was writing to an audience thousands of years ago. So when we read scriptures, when we read the Bible, we really have to look at that original culture, that original author, all those things. And so when we read the Bible, you have to study beyond just the words on the page. When you're studying something by Paul and you see Corinthians, you need to look at who the Corinthian people were. Get a map out and figure out where Corinth was. You know, you might realize things like the word Corinth was synonymous to like the word sinner, because Corinth was a city that was just very corrupt. It was a mega city with a lot of trade and things, and there was a lot of pagan activity in the area, and Paul's audience wasn't a Jewish audience. They didn't have the law, they didn't have these things. So looking at the context and the culture and the history is vital to unlocking the secrets of the text. If you act like Corinthians was written to Blanchester, Ohio in 2016, you'll miss the mark. So we have to do our homework. We have to look, we have to study to figure out what in the world is actually going on. Because if we do that, we'll find little secrets and realize, again, the theme matters. What's really going on matters. Well, we realize things like women weren't given the opportunity to even have any kind of educational learning, institutional learning at the time, in some cases, not in all. And the fact that women were in church and they got a chance to learn and to seek out new things and gain knowledge, that's amazing and different. And of course, there had to be new rules put in place because people that hadn't had educational opportunities didn't know what to do with it. And when you read that and you understand the culture, then when you read what's going on in the scripture, and you realize, well, that doesn't quite apply the way today that it did then, because things have changed. So look at the history, look at the culture, look at the author, and look who the author was writing to. And if you do that, and you combine that with some other hermeneutical ideas, you'll get a better picture of what Scripture's trying to say. So again, do homework. We have Google machines. When you have questions, you can look in the Google machine and get answers. So that's all I got for now. Thanks.